It's now June 2025, and as we like to start off all of our kind of June editions, guys who we might be trading. We still have not had a fantastic season to begin with this year, and we're looking to be trading off some pieces. Here are some guys that definitely are going to be looking to trade. Alex Cobb, a guy we have on a one-year rental. He's a dude that I think, like a lot of these guys, we had one-year deals for guys who want to prove it years or had a decent year last year, something that they couldn't get a huge contract with, but a guy that we could flip if we were in this position. Alex Cobb's one of those guys. He's been decent. He's been a proven player in the past and can definitely help a team in need of a bullpen or a starting rotation guy, maybe even a bullpen arm. Matt Moore, another guy. We signed him to a 2-year deal, and so he might not exactly leave this year, and we could definitely have him on the team next year. But Matt Moore is a guy that we are looking to try to send off, a guy that has had a fantastic year for us, so we can try to maximize his value now. He's actually been kind of teetering off a little bit, but that's all right. Josh Bell is the next guy that we're going to be looking to move. He's had a good season with us, but again, that's not going to help us right now. First base, I guess we're still in that Tolia project. Is Tolia going to be the guy? I don't know. So we would love to figure that out, I guess, sooner rather than later. And if he goes, then Tolia, Chris Bryant's going to be playing first base. It's going to be fun. Brennan Rodgers, another guy that is going as All-Star last year, and he's been doing pretty well at the plate. We could get a decent return for Rodgers. Hate to see him go as one of the top picks from, I think, 2015 when he was drafted. A few home runs. His triple slash numbers look pretty good. He could definitely be a nice second baseman or shortstop for a team needing one in the future. Another guy, realistically, that we can get some decent prospects or talent from is Tyler O'Neill. Hasn't quite had the power you would think he would have. Only 3 home runs through 50 games played for us, but still hitting a career best average or near career best average, getting on base at a decent amount. So those are some guys that we're going to be looking to send away. What do we need? Well, basically everything offensively. 25th in batting average, 25th in runs, 25th in home runs, 25th in RBI, lower in stolen bases, lower in on-base percentage. Our pitching is abysmal. Stuart Fairchild, Akil Baddoo, Jake Bowers, Gavin Sheets. All guys that we have identified with power and can get on base. And those are things that we need. So those are kind of what we're looking like to try for trades here in season number 2. Adael Amador is back finally, and he is going to debut back on this team in Boston, my home state of Massachusetts, my favorite team growing up, 37-27. We're taking on the Boston Red Sox. It was so exciting to be back here in Beantown. Again, Fenway Park, and I think I'm going to still say this, is the best place on earth. Love Coors Field now, but Fenway Park, there's something about it, man. Cutter Crawford's going to be on the bump. 4.19 ERA has been solid. And former Red Sox Tyler O'Neill will start the game off, swinging at a pitch in the other batter's box. Cutter Crawford is going to pick up the strikeout. The big 3 for Boston, Roman Anthony, Kyle Teal, and Marcelo Meyer, are all up with the big league team. And Chase Dollander, one of our top prospects, has had a solid first season. If you told me a guy in his first year is going to have a 4.3 ERA in Coors Field, I'd be like, okay, I like what I see from him. Adael Amador, his first plate appearance back as Dollander got through the first inning. Okay, he draws a walk, which is nice. Drew Romo is going to go the other way, drop that in front of the left fielder, Masataka Yoshida, and coming home would be Amador. However, trying to get a little greedy, that ball kind of just lollipopped in there, but able to get Drew Romo. Anyway, Rockies score first. Top of 3 now, Brenton Doyle the other way. That just goes foul by that pesky pull. I'm sure Brenton Doyle would be a fantastic center fielder in Boston, but unfortunately, I don't think they're going to get their hands on him. Next pitch, Doyle to Mauricio Dubon. Rafael Devers the day off, and he's able to get the speedy Doyle. Look at this play one more time. StatCast, sponsored by Google Cloud. Field this one toward the line, able to throw across his body, get enough juice on it to get it over to Casas. And 84 miles per hour on the throw, and a beautiful play by the former Red Sox prospect, turned Milwaukee Brewer, turned Giant, turned Astro, turned back Red Sox. Nolan Jones flirting with that monster over there, gets a double, runners on second and third with Josh Bell coming on up. And what is Bell going to do with it? Well, chop it right into the ground. Casas flips to Cutter Crawford, and through three innings offensively for us, still only that one run. Kyle Teal swung, or no, he didn't. He's going to get hit. Dollander thought he swung at it. That brings up Marcelo Meyer, one of the top prospects for the Red Sox, and a big reason they let Xander Bogaerts go in free agency. Should never have done that, but whatever. Dumps it in front of O'Neill. Now you got two of the big three on, and brings up former Colorado Rocky Trevor Story. He's set down. Jared Duran is set down on a big league curveball. Look at this break. Dollander gets him to swing over the top of it. Duran been a fun player the last couple of years as he's really expanded his role as the top guy in center field for the Red Sox. This one smacked Mauricio Dubon trying to do it with the stick, but O'Neill crashes against the scoreboard and brings it in. He has played against this monster a year prior, so he kind of knows the ins and outs and able to catch it right up against the big green thing. Roman Anthony going full sprawl, the guy they let O'Neill go for to let him get some reps here. And look at this. Perfect route efficiency according to StatCast. Lays out for it. Absolutely perfect. He misses that. That's an easy triple for young Keel. Jock Peterson, a guy that we've had some history with. As Dollander's had a bunch of traffic on the base pass, how is he going to get out of this jam? Roman Anthony comes up, line out victim last time. Nobody out. Bases loaded, and he grounds into a 3-2-3 double play. So great job by Josh Bell to go home with it, have the awareness to do so. And then Kyle Teal, next batter, swings at the cheese up high, and Dollander is pumped up. He gets out of two jams here with multiple runners on with no outs and back-to-back innings. O'Neill back up, and he is going to get the offense back on track. First run scored in a bit as Doyle comes around to score. O'Neill played with that triangle a lot last year. Does it again here with a Rockies uniform on this time. Look at this. Stays in it. Just goes the opposite way. Cutter Crawford still in the game. Still pitching well, but gives up that double to his former teammate. Dollander back in there. Dot. Through five, scoreless, as Dollander really settling in. We're seeing him turn a corner here in his rookie season. Dale Amador is back in a big way. Anchor arm. Amador broke his arm, and now it is feeling better than ever. You love to see it. He goes yard into the Fenway night. Adds to this lead. 3-0 now as he curls it around the pesky pole. And a deeper right field than you would think finds the stands. Jock Peterson going to get in on the action as Dollander trying to go through six scoreless. He can't in this one. Testing Ted Williams' distance. How far was this home run hit? 467 feet. This was almost red seat territory. Boom. He tortured us last year with Diamondbacks. Now doing so with the Boston Red Sox. And that is a hanging curveball, and that will be the day for Dollander. He did fantastic. I loved what I saw from the young kid, and that's going to bring weight to Matt Moore. I believe 7 lefties in the lineup here against Dollander, so bringing in the lefty ourselves is a good idea. Josh Winkowski is going to be the first man out, and Drew Romo is loving that. Roman Anthony goes full dive, but can't get that double as Drew Romo standing on second base, and 100% route efficiency the last time, but there that one misstep was all it took. So So baseball, a game of inches. Runner goes, and it's going to be Doyle stealing second base a little bit later on in the 7th here. He gets on second base. We'd love to see him run a little bit more. Now this brings up, just like the couple innings ago, O'Neill at the plate, Doyle at second base. And it doesn't look as pretty as last time, but able to reach out and get that cutter. And Doyle, with the wheels, is going to come all the way around and make this a 4-1 ball game. Again, look how far off the plate this cutter is. I don't think was ever a strike. O'Neill just able to flip the bat head out there, wearing the nice throwbacks. And Amador next at bat for him. He is going to go deep center field, no doubt about it. 440 feet, anchor arms Amador, his first game off the injured list. And he is making an impact. 2 home runs in this one. He is incredible. And this is the hardest part of the park. Not only is it so deep out there, but that wall scales up. And he needed all 436 feet of that one. 6-1 now for the Rockies. Marcelo Meyer will airmail this throw into the stands. Now that brings Zach Veen on to second base as the inning continues for the Rockies. Drew Romo having a fantastic day. 2 for 3, a single, and a double. Now he's going to take this Brian Mata changeup the other way. Veen going back to second base, and this one's out of here. Trying to play it off the wall, but no wall needed as we go over the wall for another home run. Drew Romo, 424 feet, his third ding-dong of the season. And Romo's getting into the power surge. Everyone loves playing at Fenway Park. We should just move to Boston. Why not? Nolan Jones is going to tattoo this one into the triangle. And this one goes over the wall as a power surge here late makes it 9-1. Rockies just getting in on the fun. We thought last episode was titled Dinger Derby. This one has the chance to even be better than the offensive outpouring against the Giants and the Marlins. This one 440 feet on a line too. Nolan Jones, if he played his whole career in Boston, which he won't, I'll make sure of that, he would be fantastic. Tyler O'Neill fittingly is the one to put it away as the Rockies come out victorious in my homecoming. Love coming back to Fenway Park. Even better now I get to watch it through up top through the suites and executive boxes and all of that. Did even catch a few innings on the Monster, which was fun. But 9-1, Rockies end up beating the Bo Sox here in America's most beloved ballpark. O'Neill 3 hits, Jones 2 hits and a homer, Drew Romo 3 hits and a homer. He had 1, 2, 3, 4 home runs hit in this one. And Dollander 5 2/3, just that one home run he gave up, and then Matt Moore and Joe Kelly came through and shut the door for us in the bullpen. Just 5 hits all day for the Red Sox. And we kept their offense at bay. And that's a great showing. This is a good offensive team. They've definitely embraced the youth movement as of late. Brian Mata got touched up a bit. And we also had old friend Jalen Beeks in this one. Unfortunately, Justin Lawrence is going to be out 2 to 3 months with a shoulder issue. And this is going to bring us to our final game of the day. We have the Houston Astros. Houston is going to be facing Chris Bubich. This is a good test for us. I mean, going against one of the top teams in the league. I know we're not on their caliber just quite yet, but it's still a good test. First batter of the game, Kyle Tucker, is going to go down by way of the K. And Bubich settling in decently early. However, Jose Altuve will put a stop to that almost immediately. We have Chris Bryant out there in right field today. And coming all the way around to score is going to be Yordan Alvarez. As Bryant, pretty slow-footed out there, and is going to drive in the run. Jose Altuve is 19th double of the season. Alex Bregman joining the fun as he goes the other way. Bryant, and no one really was going to catch that one, so can't put it on Chris. He's going to play it off of the wall, and back-to-back doubles by the Astros make it 2-0, and this could get out of hand early. It seems like we've been in that kind of groove where it's like good game and then a poor game. Good game, then a poor game. Good game, then a poor game. Old friend Elias Diaz is going to be the one to end the inning with a strikeout high, but 3 hits by 3 of the most dangerous hitters in the league, all with 2 outs, put 2 on the board for the Astros. We're facing Framber Valdez, one of the most dangerous pitchers, the Cy Young Award winner from a season ago, and it's a good test for our offense, that's for sure. Nolan Jones in the third is going to just flick this one into center field. Even when he doesn't get good contact on a pitch, he's still one of the best hitters in the league. I love what Nolan has done since getting that contract. Has really earned it and has really put in a fantastic season for us here. Josh Bell the other way. He's still on the team, maybe not for too much longer, as the Rockies have something cooking with 2 down here in the inning. Let's bring up Chris Bryant. He's been hitting extremely well in a small sample size, and he's going to show it off here. Jesus Christ! Chris Bryant goes back to 2017 and obliterates that pitch low, sends it through, almost through the upper deck there. 485 feet. Moonshot is correct. This one almost broke the stadium. So just like that, with 2 outs, we get 3 hits back to back to back, but none bigger than this blast. Look at that. See if it hits right off of that seating in that third deck. Almost took the whole thing down. What a lawsuit on our hands. That will do it for the first inning. A lot of fireworks early. Lamont Wade, who doesn't usually play against lefties, getting the start today, and backwards K for Bubich, who's doing all right. Chaz McCormick, he hits lefties just fine as he puts this one into the bullpen. Hard to get it out there. And right off the cut 4 sign and tied this ball game right up. So already early offense for both teams. Colorado a little more flashier, but this one still got out nonetheless. Valdez struggling through 2 innings, and Brenton Doyle will make sure that continues. Won't quite get out of here, but will skip up off the wall, and Doyle has speed to burn. He's thinking 3. Throw comes into Pena, and he is in there, just an arbitrary slide. He could have gone in there walking backwards in a leadoff, or not a leadoff triple, but a triple early in this inning for Brenton Doyle. Next batter, Tyler O'Neill, trying to bring him in, and he'll do just that. Flies out to right field. Kyle Tucker's under it, and that's a good arm, but with 95 speed and a pretty fast guy over there, Brent Doyle, we're able to test the arm and take the lead right back from the Astros. Aaron Rodgers, who's having a pretty comparable season to last year, a season that saw him get a all-star nod. He faces off against Valdez in 44 pitches through 2 innings, making the former Cy Young Award winner work. And going to work is Brendan Rodgers. That curveball caught too much of the zone, and now he's going to go home with a lucky band. 5-3 Rockies using the long ball and doing so in Colorado. Love to see it. 460 feet, almost to 1,000 feet of home runs, and we've only hit 2 of them. As 485, then 460. As we're going to have like a miles counter in the Mile High City. How many miles of home runs do we hit? Because I'm going to tell you right now, these aren't the last. That's not the last one you'll see today. Josh Bell. Perfect. This one goes even deeper than the other 2. 495 feet. Almost 500 feet. This one was picked up in Arizona, how hard it was hit. As absolutely obliterated in what could be the final great moment for Josh Bell in a Rockies uniform. This one smoked, packed. See ya later. Frozen yogurt stands. None of it safe. Forrest Whitley now in the game, and Ezekiel Tovar wants to welcome him very rudely as he almost hits that one for a home run just early on the slider. 0-1 count, runner on first base, and you going to hang a slider, get away with it. Don't hang the curveball, man. Ezequiel Tovar, the third long ball of the inning for the Rockies. This one not quite as monstrous as the other ones we saw, but it's still a respectable 430 feet, as Forrest Whitley knew right there that this ball is not staying around for much longer. Absolutely pieced up, and Tovar, love to see what we've seen from him offensively this year. He's been a very good bright spot. Nolan Jones, a hanging slider. He won't quite hit this one out, but off the very top of the cage over there by the bullpens. One run will come across the score, the other run right behind him, and they bat around here in the third inning as Nolan Jones make this 11-3. Finally, the Rockies doing some thumping, especially after the thumping they received against the Marlins last time. Justin Verlander is going to come out of the bullpen now. He isn't quite where he once was as a 40-plus-year-old now. He faces off against Josh Bell. This one is going to get some eyes, and coming home to score will be Nolan Jones. Throw from left field is not in time. 12-3. Rockies jumping all over the multi-time champs of the last few years. Not quite a dynasty, but also not quite far from it. Lamont Wade getting some revenge as the lefty-on-lefty crime as he goes 430 feet dead central for the fourth run of the game, 8th home run on his season. And the Astros did not quit in this one. They kept themselves around. Jake Myers up next, and Chris Bryant just can't quite get to that one. As see how much of a liability he is out there in the outfield. And we actually make the switch, I don't know if right now, but pretty soon to get him out of there, because this lead went from 9 runs and just kept crawling backwards as Chris Tucker introduces himself to the bullpen as he almost hits Ryan Rollison warming up. Just like that, the Astros down just 5, and this is what makes them such an incredible team for so many years, is they do not give up even a little bit. Smoked on a line, and Kyle Tucker knew it. Riley Pint in now as Altuve is going to make this one a 4-run ball game deep into left center field and standing up with a double. Finally, Rockies get out of the jam. Brenton Doyle up now. Justin Verlander watches this one go as it will, luckily for him, skip up over the wall and be an automatic double. Doyle, who's gave number 9 to Josh Bell out of respect, and has been flip-flopping between 11 and 10 on the back of his jersey all year. He's going to be driven in by O'Neill, who gets 2 more. 14-8 here in the fourth. Luckily for us, things start calming down just a little bit. And as I say that, another run comes in as we're in the 5th inning now. 14-9, Jake Myers getting it done here for the Astros. Bottom 6, Brenner Rogers back out there. Verlander giving them valuable innings, even though they're still losing and will continue to lose here as another run comes in to score. He's saving that bullpen enough. But already gone through 2 other pitchers, and Verlander doing what he needs to do. Here, O'Neill is going to go deep to right field and squeak over the wall. 17 runs for the Colorado Rockies, hanging them on the Houston Astros. And this was a fun game, a deserved game for the Rockies, as they are able to come out of here with the win. Elias Diaz is the last guy to bat here for Houston, but an absolute offensive showcase for the Rockies. A whole bunch of home runs, decent pitching, kept the Astros didn't give up. This is a game that if you got a ticket to, you better have went, as 23 hits plus 16 hits. What's that? Like almost 39 hits combined, almost 40 total hits in this one. If you are a pitching coach, you do not want to show your kids this one. Bell hit one, Bryant hit one. And then let's check on the box score and look at all of these numbers. Framber Valdez only lasted inning and 2/3. Check on the Houston Astros first. Multiple hits by a whole bunch, especially towards the end of the lineup, but hits by everybody. while Dez only lasted an inning. Verlander gave up 3 runs in 2 2/3. Here is the line. Zach Veen, who came in, and Yanquiel Fernandez, the only 2 to not get hits. Bell, 4 hits. Jones, 5 hits. Romo, 3 hits. He had a very good day today in the video. Bubic, 10 hits over 3 1/3. That will do it for that one. Nolan Jones up here trying to keep a hitting streak alive as one of our best hitters and one of the best hitters in all the National League is going to be up here against Wandy Peralta and the San Diego Padres. I appreciate these jerseys, but I don't know how I fully feel about them. Won't go down as a hit, and that'll be the only at bat for Nolan Jones. That's going to be an E5 to end his hitting streak there. Padres hanging on to win. Now let's get into some scouting here in the end of the month. Welcome back to another scouting report here with Cody Chalifoux. After doing months of research with our scouting department, finding some guys, finding some players maybe down the board, even trying to shore up who we want number 2. Again, we really need to hit our top prospects. Down the board, we can take some flyers, but we need to every year hit our first, second pick. We just have to. Other than that, it is what it is. But we have identified probably my favorite guy in the draft, Alexi Escobedo. He is going to be a guy that we are looking heavily at number 2. Right-handed pitcher from Panama. End up playing over here in college. He's a workhorse. He's going to strike you the fuck out. He's going to keep the ball in the ballpark. Maybe get some hits off of him. Maybe he can really has to work on his walks, but this is a guy that we can see future ace, boom, right there. And I think he will be, and I'd love for him to be a future ace of the Colorado Rockies. Throws gas. 5 pitches, all of which can touch 90. A 4-seamer and 2-seamer that project to be fantastic pitches. He has 4+ pitches in our estimation, and 3 maybe plus pitches. His slider at minimum is getting tossed 90 miles per hour. Good break, two fastballs that get up to near triple digits, and a splitter that falls off the table. And you can throw that like 95 miles. That's, Yohan Duran type stuff. Also has a changeup in there to mix up speed, but even that isn't thrown too softly to really mix it up a bit. I'd just love him just lean on that splitter. Just use the splitter. He's added that recently and does not project to be a good pitch, so that might not be a pitch he throws really at all, but the splitter working off of that velocity, he's a guy that number 1 on our board, he's number 1. And he has the prospects rated him at number 3, so we easily could be there for us for 2. We just have to hope that San Francisco doesn't take him, because A, if they take him, boo. But B, we have to face him multiple times a year. I would not want that to happen. We have this guy that we might be looking with our second pick. He's ranked 31st by MLB and 17 by us. Brian Moore. He's a right-handed pitcher, smaller guy in high school from Ohio. We think his ceiling could be good. We're still working on him as of this moment. But high strikeout guy, and also keeps the walks down, so you don't really see that too often. I think the one thing is maybe missing some more bats early in the count. I think he has some good put-away pitches, but keeping guys off of base 0-1, 1-0, 2-1, things like that. He can give up some hits, but we really like him, and he could definitely be a guy we look at with our second pick. Right now, much like Bobby White, fastball, changeup, and curveball is all he has. We think the fastball and curveball could be good pitches for him. He can really touch the upper 90s and even kind of closer to 100 with the fastball. He's been able to rear back and get it up there triple digits a couple times in high school. The curveball, nice break on it, and the changeup there to kind of mix things up. Changeup, we don't think is going to be a fantastic pitch, but if we do get him in our system, we will, just like Bobby, be trying to give him a 4th pitch to work with. Now for some position players. Like I've said last year, and it's been emphasized, we did not do a good job with position players, scouting them, being able to draft them last year. And that's hands up on me. I was so focused on pitching, we didn't focus really anywhere else. But we are focusing, and Derek Brechin is the guy that we're looking at. He's a high school outfielder, bats left-handed. We think he can play center field. Fast. He can field
The bat could use some work. So this is a guy that we're kind of looking at, but we have him lower ranked than everyone else seems to. So if he falls to us, then cool. Then I think I'll be happy with him taking him with the second pick if we get there. I think he projects to be a pretty decent player all around. Definitely more speed glove focused than he is with the bat, but we don't think the bat's going to be bad. I think he can hit from both sides of the plate. I think he can hit from tap into maybe 15 to maybe 20 home runs in Coors Field a year. And if you get that from center field, you're loving it. So Derek Pasheen, the guy that we could be looking at. Need some help at catcher other than Romo, who's done really, really well. We don't really have too much in terms of prospects there. And Evan Russo, a guy we really like. We really like him a lot. We have him ranked higher than the rest of Major League Baseball seems to. Fantastic arm. He is going to throw you out. He's pinpoint accurate. He has a howitzer behind there, and he can field the position pretty well. However, what separates him from Romo is his bat. He's a big kid, 6'4", under 200 pounds, though, so you can tell he's still in high school. But the bat seems to play wherever. Doesn't favor contact or power, very even keel across the board. His lefties and righties, much the same. The power is good as much as the contact is. Isn't going to strike out too much. Could work on his play discipline a little bit, draw some more walks, but as a high schooler, we'd love to add him to our system. I think he could be a really, really good catcher, and who knows? We always want competition. Just because we have a guy right now doesn't mean we're not going to draft his position, and you never know. If we can get better, we'll get better. This guy we're going to look at before we do a big board analysis before the draft is Tommy Domine. He is a first baseman from high school, big kid, 6'5", 210, built like a brick shit house, and he's a fantastic gloveman. Like, he can pick it over there at first base. Obviously, the arm's not going to be too great. Can't play some outfield. I don't think we're going to have him play in our outfield because he's not super athletic, but he is going to demolish lefties. He has one of the best bat-to-ball skills against left-handed pitching in the entire draft, regardless of where they are. He is going to make contact. He can work on his plate discipline right now, but then against righties is okay. But I think he's going to see them so much, it's not going to matter. He can have plus power potential, even plus power potential. A guy we really, really like. And at first base, definitely a position of need. We have not tabbed our first baseman of the future yet. I don't know if he's from outside the organization or inside the organization right now. But Tommy Domine is a guy that definitely could make a run for that coin if he is selected.
We're just going to look over some statistics here as we are about halfway through the season. Next episode will be July. So that means the draft. That means the trades. That means we're about halfway there. We're going to be looking at some guys. But so far, my early takeaways, Romo, Veen, Jones, Drew Romo, Zach Veen, Nolan Jones, Ezekiel Tovar have been having really, really good seasons. Jones, we expected this from him, but he has really taken off and is gone to the next level. Ezekiel Tovar had a pretty abysmal year last year and has been really doing well, kind of platooning. Depending on the fate of Brendan Rodgers, we can find a suitable trade partner. He's going to go back to playing every day with Tovar, as those guys are going to be the guys that are going to carry us throughout the rest of this my tenure here, I hope. Yanquiel Fernandez slowed down a little bit, hit a lot of home runs, but it's kind of slowly gone back to neutral, and especially against lefties, he's been struggling. Pitching-wise, Dollander has been solid. Everyone else has not been. And again, we did not have much expectations for the rotation. We thought maybe those guys coming back from injury could do well, since Atella has been really good. But other than that, it really hasn't been great. Nolan Jones right now, third in batting average in the league, sixth in OPS. And as we take a look at some of the awards here, such as MVP, Cy Young, Reliever of the Year, and Rookie of the Year throughout the league, kind of just how things are looking. This is a team that we're going to be selling. And unfortunately, we are going to be selling again. But I'm excited to see what we can get. We're going to be stocking for the future. And again, like I said multiple times, I don't think we're going to be in the basement too much longer. I think that the recipes we have for this team are starting to come together. We have a plan. Please do trust, and we're going to see a lot of winning in Colorado pretty soon. That will do it for me today. I hope you all had a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you next time here with the Colorado Rockies.